I have an interesting reading on the state of the world and what's happening and why it's happening. So let's take a look. First of all reversals, which is very interesting. The first card to pop out was the Chariot. So this tells me major things have not been moving forward, have not been able to be freed. There's been things that are being held back. Someone is trying to control what's uncontrollable. They're trying to hold on to something and pull it back, and they don't have the power to do that. Also, this to me is just screaming the USA right now, because the Chariot card rules over the star sign Cancer, the sun sign Cancer. And the United States, according to the Sibley chart, which is the United States birth chart, is a Cancer, because America was technically established as a country on July 4th, 1776. So that makes America a Cancer. And because this is upside down, our country feels upside down right now, like we've all lost control, right? What's contributing to that problem here is this Emperor energy that is reversed. So when an Emperor is straight up, again, this is another major arcana card. The Emperor represents that Aries energy, and in a good space, this would be a good leader who knows how to take on responsibility and is strong and wise. But when it's reversed, it represents someone who wants all the power for themselves and is very aggressive and is using power in the wrong way. So think about that. It's somebody who's domineering, just overdoes everything. And I know I'm thinking of someone, I know you can too. And then here, this is so interesting, because the Four of Pentacles, when it's right side up, represents holding on to security, all right? So you can see here he's got his coins. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 Pentacles. So the Pentacles represent, and I'm feeling, my guides are telling me this has to do with money and power all together as one. So let's look at the reversal. This is where nothing can be held on to. And it's sort of like if you had a house of cards that you were building, or a house, if I used my tarot cards and I built a little house and I blew on it and it fell over, that's sort of what's happening over and over and over in this situation. So this Emperor energy keeps trying to take control, and nothing is sticking, which is really good for us, because all these plans and things that this Emperor energy is trying to come up with and control us with isn't going to be able to be stable. Like, this will not stabilize for long. People aren't going to have it. So in the subconscious, what's leading it all is the Devil, another major card. And the Devil itself is temptation, pardon me, temptation, seduction, addictions, anything that controls us as human beings. It's that domination again. So we have that domineering energy, and this person is just, that's what rules them. That's what governs them. So they're governed by this evil, controlling energy, and they're obsessive. They can't stop obsessing about this. So where does this leave us in the future? Where does this leave us? Because when we look at it and we see, okay, well, the Chariot's upside down. He can't control the reins. He's too full of himself. He's not in control. He thinks he is. And everything he's trying to build keeps falling over. And it's just from a base of evil, right? So let's see what's going to happen when everything falls. Okay, when everything falls, there will be a Ten of Swords moment. So there's going to be some pains for us, but there's going to be endings to this brutality we're seeing, to everything that's coming forth from this demonic devil energy. There will be a finish line in the future. And unfortunately, more people have to suffer before this happens. But tens are endings. The Ten of Swords means it's going to end. Again, there might be some pain along the way, but it will end. Let's see what will happen after it ends. Aha. So a messenger of truth is coming. We have the Knight of Swords. Somebody or something is coming in quickly, all right? This gives me vibes of like heaven and hell energy, right? You have this traditional demonic presence, and then you have this angelic Pegasus energy, like a Valkyrie energy coming in. And swords represent thoughts, actions. Sometimes it can be the legal system. But there is going to be something that perseveres in the end. All right. So don't lose hope. There will be pains. We've already seen a lot of awful things that have been happening, but there is going to be swift action taking place. So even though we don't see it yet, there are things happening behind the scenes. And the final advice card here at Page of Swords, there's going to be, I feel like the younger generations are going to step up, and we're going to have these two younger generations. So I'm thinking like maybe Gen X, millennials, Gen Z energies coming forward here. We're not going to allow this anymore. Justice is going to prevail, and we're going to do it as swiftly as we're able. Okay. So don't lose hope, because we have a messenger coming and we have action coming. We have two swords at our backs. We're taking up those ideas and we're finding the best solution forward. So even though it's painful, guys, we're going to hang on tight, because it will get better. It will. It has to. We all have to believe in each other.